everybody, and welcome back to the non-league adventure with me, GW365, playing as Eastleigh FC. It's the last game of the season, and if you've looked over here, you can see we are in 5th position, in pole position you might say, but it is not that straightforward. If I go into the reasons why we're in the position we are, they are here. When it wants to decide it's going to load, there we go. Last couple of games, last time out you saw us against Tranmere, we won 3-0 quite convincingly. Then we played Gateshead, who are actually 4th at the moment, and we beat them 2-1 thanks to goals from Gerardo Martin and Johnny Bate, who's been in a rich vein of form, playing as that complete forward. It's been very much key. I'm just going to show you the chances, sort of highlights. We had twice as many shots, a lot more possession. One thing worth noting though, Adil Nabi missed the rest of this season basically. He may be available for the playoffs should we make them. Gateshead did get a late consolation. Really, it was a good job we scored 2 goals, but we did really look comfortable in this game up until that point. We followed that up with a 4-1 win against FC Halifax, which was a very, very good performance. 3-0 up inside 12 minutes, I believe. 13 minutes, sorry. 5 minutes, 9 minutes, and 13 minutes. We were kicking ass and chewing bubblegum. And then 4-1 up at half time. They started actually playing football in the second half and came back into it. And gave us a game in the end. When we were so dominant in the first half. Matt Kerr getting 2 goals and 2 assists. A complete performance, I think, from him. Then, surprisingly, against York, who were in the relegation zone at the time, in fact I think they've actually been relegated since. This was the most disappointing result I could ever think of, really, because we were 3-1 down against these, and I don't understand why. They went 1-0 up, we got an equaliser, I'm thinking, right, now we can push on and get this, and for some reason we just couldn't break them down until after they went 3-1 in front. This is a team who's struggled all season. We were flying, and for some reason it's like they couldn't get motivated for it, or I don't know what. But Johnny Bate obviously getting 2 goals was very, very good for us, increasing his confidence, moving into the latter stages of the season, could be absolutely key. So that was disappointing. If we had won this, we'd already been guaranteed a playoff place. It might have looked straightforward, looking at the points gap. I'll go into as to reasons why. It did leave us with a must-win home game against Hemel Hempstead, which we did with great aplomb. We beated Hemel Hempstead 3-0 here. They had a lot more chances than I would have liked, but fortunately the defence held firm, and we had nearly a 50% shot accuracy stat, so that was pretty pleasing to say the least. And the whole team averaging over a 7 at least in terms of the players who started. Besides Johnny Bate, who did have a poor game in this particular game, but still, Callum Sauder's got a decent goal in this one as well. The tricky thing is now we're playing Sutton United, that is, who, if you remember, we lost to earlier on in the season, 1-0 away from home. So they're looking to do the double over us. We did beat them overall in the FA Trophy second round after 2 legs. But yeah, if I go to the competitions, I'll show you this when it wants to load. Right, so let's look at the full table. A few things to discuss here. We have the game against Sutton United. They are one of 3 teams that can catch us. Realistically, Tranmere I don't think can, because the goal difference is so high. Sutton United, they can catch us, but again, it's unlikely they're gonna beat us. But the main worry is Boston United, who are only 2 goals behind us in a goal difference stat. With that in mind, if we expand it even more, should I say, a few stages, this is better. You can see we've scored 62 goals, and Boston have got a better goal scoring record in terms of overall goals. So if we matched on the goal difference, they would go ahead of us because of goals scored. So the fact that 3 points behind, there's only 2 goals in it. If we lose 1-0 to Sutton United and Boston United win 1-0, they will leapfrog us. That is how dangerous this points gap is. Now, we're in decent form, but so are they. And if I highlight them in particular, their recent form, they drew last time out, but they're in a hell of a really decent run of form here. They haven't conceded in 4 games. They've scored 12 goals in those 4 games, and I am really concerned. I mean, they beat Sutton United, our opponents for today's game. They even beat York, who beat us 3-2, 4-0 as well. They've got Braintree, who are 10th, and they've got nothing to play for except pride, and just going back again. It is running a little bit slow because I'm trying to, as I record this video, render the previous video to this. Time is tight. Basically, Boston are playing Braintree at 10th. Like I said, the only thing they can do is either stay in 10th or get to 9th, or they can finish up in 11th. So they've got nothing to play for. They're playing Boston, who are flying. So I feel that we have to win this game against Sutton United. The only other talking point is, would I rather play Dover, Crawley or Gateshead? To be honest with you, I'd rather play Gateshead. If you look at if I go to a schedule, I will show you why. Crawley, they've all but sewn it up. They only need a point, but again, similar situation to us. If they lose and Dover win, Dover go up as the champions, which they look like they were going to slip at one point, but they've stayed up there and they've got every chance of going up as champions. But if I go to the schedule for us, the teams that are in there, I'd rather knock Grimsby into 6th if I could. But if I look at Gateshead at the beginning, if I can find them, Gateshead, we drew 0-0 away, but I'm pretty sure we beat them at home, and we beat them quite easily, 3-0 or something like that. Where are you? Gateshead here. Don't know, we beat them 2-1, but we have beaten them, and that was a really easy game. Really, they got a late consolation, I want to say. That was recently. What am I talking about? We did beat them 2-1, and it was a late consolation. Apologies for knocking the mic. Grimsby are the other team. That's a team they can hopefully beat 3-0. I don't think we can beat them, unfortunately. And they can't be caught neither, in terms of they are guaranteed to be in the playoffs. But Grimsby, we would have beaten them as well both times, I think. I can't remember exactly. I'm looking for Dover. Dover, we drew 1-1 at home, and I believe we lost away 3-1 or something. 3-1, yeah, 3-1 away. So that is a tricky tie if we get Dover. Crawley, of course, they beat us 1-0, and we beat them early on in the season. But still, that hurts a bit. The fact that they beat us. That's basically what's set up this decline here, where we dropped out of the reckoning really for automatic, as in champions. But yeah, I think I'd rather play Gateshead than any of the others that we can. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what happens in this game. So for today's game, we are going to stick with the new tactic. I might use our original tactic should we be in a winning position, to try and be a little bit more defensive. But Adil Nabi is a day away. Is it worth risking for this game? Probably not. One thing to note, we did lose Tyrell Robinson to an injury as well, so he's going to miss the playoffs as well. So his season is over. It was a shame because he's actually left-footed. He was playing on the left wing, and Gerardo Martin was playing on the right, and he was playing really well on the right. It has to be said. But since then, he's come on. He's last couple of games he's hit a decent spell of form, getting some important goals recently. So hopefully he's gonna carry on. Now the one concern here is not concern as such, but it's who do we go for at right back? Because Josh Murray been alright, steady 7, but Grimshaw's been playing rather well when he's come in. So I think I'm going to stick with Grimshaw for this particular game, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But Johnny Bate had a poor game last time out, but as you can see, 8.14 rated for the last couple of games, and Gerardo Martin hitting his best form of the season as well. Joe Partington potentially playing his last game for us, I think, because he's only 2-star rating. He's done a job though, and the last couple of games, apart from 7's not bad. But I'm still thinking maybe drop him out and put either Hesenthaler or Piers Kerr in as that in the ball-winning midfielder role. I think I'm going to opt for Hesenthaler, just for a little bit more creativity in going forward. If we have to go for it. We have to at least get a point to get 6th place. Ideally, we want to win so we can hopefully get the final. The 4th place. Sorry, so we'll play 3rd. But we'll have to wait and see. So we're going to go into this game with this team that we see here. It's not really straightforward, really, but you'll see it probably now in terms of the formation and what have you. Apologies for it being slow. They're playing 3-1-3-1-2, it looks like, which is kind of worrying. I don't think I've faced this formation enough to know much about it. Yeah, this is the team we're going to be playing with. Yes, there's a lot of low star ratings, but I kid you not, Grimshaw is a beast at right back. Not so much at centre back, but right back he is. But yeah, we're going to stick with this sort of setup here. The only thing about this formation, like I said before, is Jamie Eaton-Collins doesn't really get much of a chance. If he does come on, he comes on as probably the ball-winning midfielder, which he's not the best at. But I'm probably going to stick with Jack Senior. I want to say he played really well in the last game. He got 7.9 compared to Moses' last game, which he got 6.7. So I'm going to stick with Jack Senior here. Younger legs. Hopefully he can do something here. And worth noting that Mark Kerr, he's got a 1.5 star rating there, and he's not even fully trained. Is showing as yellow, which is unconvincing, I want to say. We'll have to see. But it's still a half decent winger playing in that position, and I'm hoping that he can provide a couple of assists maybe for this game. Going with attacking movement, we're going to go all out for the win, just to cement our position. If we lose, well, and we end up dropping out of the playoffs, it's not the end of the world, but it's certainly going to feel like it. So we left Lewis Dunn out because he's been injured recently. Yeah. In other circumstances, we might have risked him. We didn't feel the need to here because he has come back. I'm just trying to get him some game time in the reserves. Hopefully, be ready for the playoffs because he can play as a ball-winning midfielder as well. That's the only downside really to playing this formation. They've got the defensive midfielders who can play centre mid as well, and they can do naturally. So it's basically I've got too many centre midfielders with this particular tactic. So we have a great chance here. We can secure a playoff place by avoiding defeat. I'd rather, you know, carry on how we finished last time. Somehow. They've been on the backs. Let's just go. Let's do this. I get no response. Awesome. Is that going to be decisive? I like to think not, but it probably will. But if we can get some greenery here, then maybe we can. Apologies again for the slow load, which I can imagine is really frustrating, because it is to me. But we've got 4 players on a green, so hopefully getting into this game we're going to see a decent result for us, and who knows, maybe just maybe we can get into the playoffs and let's take it from there. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because Surridge is on the ball. He's playing it to the left, but it's a false highlight. Come on, calm down, GW. Getting ahead of ourselves, getting carried away. But Grimshaw's got a throw in, and he finds Kerr. Kerr back to Grimshaw. Can he whip in a decent ball? No, he goes to Kerr instead. Goes to Walsh. It's struck well, but it's blocked. Senior playing as like a centre midfielder for some reason. Loses out to Cam Joe. I know it's Loft. Can Sutton United break here? Grimshaw tidies up. And that's the end of the highlight. A block shot is the highlight, but that is very pleasing. 75% possession after 8 minutes. Saunders has it now on wide right, crosses in for Bate, and Bate puts us 1-0 up. Great head. Well, it looks like a header. Obviously we won't tell until we see the replay, and we are up to 4th as it stands. That reminds me, let me just pause it here. It's not that one I need to do, it's the no. Get rid of you a second. It's a formation. This is what we need. We need the latest scores. Come on, today. Pressed it last week. Come on, you ruined the gaming experience here for everyone. Or the visual experience. We're currently in 4th anyway, you can see here. 78 points. It makes us leapfrog Grimsby. So hopefully. Come on, for God's sake, you need to work. If not, then we're just going to press play. What's going on? That's because maybe because it's during a highlight. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's why it was messing up. World's longest load time. Congrats if you, well, much kudos to you if you've stayed this long to watch this highlight and watch the rest of the game, because I can imagine it's frustrating as hell. Today, please. Please. There we go. Grimshaw with a non-existent. Oh, look at that! He's like something like Michael Jackson or something. I think I just broke the game. It looked like he headed it in. It might come off his chest, or it come off a force field in front of him. And he's running with his arms by his sides like he's carrying carpets, which is awesome. What has happened here? What have I done to the game? There we go, that's better. Can we do this now, please? Can you bring up the menu? I pressed it now. Work. It's not having it. Let's just carry on. Carry on like nothing really matters. It looks like I broke the game. It's probably because I'm rendering it at the same time. It's running really slow. Yes, we know Matt Kerr is playing out of position, but it's still pretty good. I'll be happy for this game to finish as it is. I wouldn't have minded the latest scores though, just to know what everything else is happening. That's worked. Can you work now, please? Yes! Get in. Latest scores. There you are. Get on my screen, bitch. Right. I need to knock you down, please. There we go. And you're gonna go somewhere. Don't know where, but you're gonna go somewhere in the corner. And we're looking for. Well, Boston are drawing 1-1. I can tell that's Boston's like crest. Grimsby are drawing 0-0, and we're 2-0 up out of nowhere. Like Randy Orton. Yeah, Randy Orton. Mine just went blank, but yeah, as you can see there, 2-0 up. Kerr with a goal. Gerardo with a long cross straight through to Kerr, back post, boom, right into the roof of the net. Maddison, no chance. And cementing our position in 4th place. Hopefully, Grimsby can be held by... Who are they playing? Tranmere. They're playing 7th, so that's not an easy game for them neither. So, but here comes Sutton United, and Maxted forcing to a save. This is going to be a long video, and I apologise. Probably because of all that messing about before. Brown with a corner. Hessenthal heads away. And comes away with it as well. Don't know what the Loft was doing. I think it's Loft. Playing up top. Well, attacking mid. But looks like we've got quite a bit of space behind the fullbacks. It's looking pretty good at the moment. So Lowestoft are losing, we can see there. Grimsby. That's the main one at the minute because we're winning. If we were drawing, that's when we need to look at Boston. But Grimsby's the main game here. Grimshaw though with a throw. Finds Kerr. Inside it goes to Hessenthal. That's Grimshaw. Inside again to Hessenthal. It's played forward, but it's intercepted by Atkinson. And now Surridge can get the ball. And he's looking for options, I think. Walsh comes in and tackles him well though, and Geraldo plays it to Bate, who brings it down. Bate, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it before, is on loan from Leeds, of all teams. Sorry for punching the mic again. Geraldo Martin, though, in an advanced position. Crosses in towards Saunders. Kerr's there, hit the post, and Saunders knocks in the rebound. That's 3-0, and that's pretty much game, set, and match for the playoffs. Right there. And this tactic is showing exactly why. It's a lot better for goal scoring, which is the main thing. It was actually a great block by the defender. Saunders the first to react. But yes, this is very pleasing to see. I wish I'd have been using it earlier because... Oh no, Grimsby are winning. Grimsby are winning. Hook has pulled them... Well, not out of the mess because they're still going to be in the playoffs regardless whether they lose or not. But ideally, we need Tranmere to get themselves some sort of equaliser. And that's 3-1. Game on for Sutton United. That was a very appalling bit of defending, really. That's the best thing I can say. It's headed away, and then Brown somehow chests it forward, and then Wright is probably should have been doing better there, especially Ellerslie. Just hit him, maxed it with no chance whatsoever. So game on, perhaps. 3-1 up. It's still a pretty safe scoreline, but if they get another, maybe Bumall might start twitching as Surridge comes away. Especially if they get a quick fire double here. Get 2 in 2 minutes, that'd be disgusting. But Senior picks up the loose ball after a good tackle from Walsh. Now it's Geraldo. Paulman's Ronaldo, of course. Now it's Bates in an advanced position on the left. Saunders, look at the space that Kerr's in and he's found him. Kerr now, can he finish it? It's a great save from Maddison over the bar. There's a corner. Hessenthal to take. Swings it high into the box, headed away by Atkinson. And now Bifari, I want to say his name is, clears away. Senior knocks it back into the mix, sort of. It's a bit of a loose ball, and Loft's got it. Brown wins it back, and now Loft takes it away from Hesenthaler. Gets a decent block, but falls to Brown again once more. Kerr gets a challenge in though. On the left wing back. Plays it inside to Walsh. It's a good ball. Walsh now plays it wide back to him. Nice little 1-2, like the longest distance 1-2. And as a result, Bate gets on the end of a cross. Is that his hat-trick? No, it's just his second goal. Still, I'm not complaining. Great ball. Nice little 1-2 there. Long range 1-2. Crossed in, back post. He's volleyed it in. Great finish, lad. Hopefully we can keep hold of him for next season, because he's proving to be really clinical. Got a good bit of flair about him as well. So we're 4-1 up at half time. We've been absolutely fantastic. That's a good reaction. I'm a bit concerned about the complacency of the two centre backs, but 4-1 up should be too big a gap, should I say, for Sutton United to really do anything. Now all we need is Grimsby to maybe pull a goal, you know, to let a goal in. To be honest with you, I'm quite confident who I play with the way we're performing at the minute. I mean, as it stands, we're 4 points off second place, which is if it stays the same, it's going to end up. That's not a bad performance overall in the league, I don't think. Nearly 80 points. You know, it's very good. We've got a positive KD by quite a decent margin, over 20 goals. But is this going to be 4-2? It is. Game is not over yet. 4-2 is not good, and I'm going to do a team talk here, and I've got a feeling that the rendering is finished because it seems to be running a lot faster. But I'm going to encourage now assertively. For now. But yeah, Brown plays in Surridge. Surridge, you know, what is Ellerslie doing there? I'm sorry, but that's disgusting. He had it covered all day long and then just stopped. He's got a stitch looking at him. He's holding his sides. So Senior receives the ball from right, and that's Hesenthaler. I mean, all season we haven't had the best defenders for a promotion plus push. But here's Walsh. Finds Saunders. That's a great take. And he scores to make it 5-2. It's goals galore here. And it's the 3-goal gap is restored. I can't even speak. Restored. Looking more and more likely that we are going to see this game out. We just, like I say, Grimsby, if they lose, they play Dover, and we play Gateshead. That'd be ideal, in my opinion. Is there any way we'd play Dover if we finish 4th as well? That's one thing I didn't take into consideration. Gateshead are drawing, so maybe they can catch Dover. I think the goal difference is a lot worse though, so maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, it's still 1-0. We're the high scoring game for today, it seems. It's been a really good, really entertaining game, it looks like. Madison with a long kick downfield. Ellerslie can head that away, and he does. Bate loses out to Montevez. And now Loft now plays it to Surridge. And plays in Loft. Ellerslie a bit out of position, and that's gone just wide. 5-3 might have been a bit of a different game from this point on, but we are going to make a change now, and it is going to be Walsh coming off, who's had a really good game, but I'm going to try and save him for the playoffs. I'm going to bring on Pierce Kerr, and then Eaton Collins. You know, I might even rest both of them. I'm going to play him as a roaming playmaker. Why not? And then I'll probably put on Josh Murray at right back in about 15 minutes. But Shaw's out wide on the left. Finds Geraldo down the line. Geraldo comes inside. Plays it over the top towards Saunders, but it's headed away. Brown loses that to Walsh, and now Bate now. Are they going to get a goal before the two central midfielders come off? Saunders finds Kerr. Is that 3? Is that 6? I was going to say. I should have said. I was going to say, is that 3 goals for Kerr? But he's actually only got 1. He's got 2 assists. Saunders finds Eaton Collins. Just come on, he's lost the ball. It's his first contribution is to lose the ball and probably cost us a goal. And as Loft is in behind here, maybe that's going to happen. Right, trying to get near. And it's a good block in the end by the big man. Finish off Matee. Brown takes a corner. And it's over the bar. Phone call imminent, but well, not imminent, but I'm probably not gonna take it until afterwards. It's been quite an even game in terms of chances, but we've just been far more clinical in this game. And here's another opportunity, perhaps. No, Store ahead knocks it away. Grimshaw picks up the loose ball, crosses in, and it's gone straight in off the post. 6-2, and we are having a giraffe. It's ringing again. Why? Still fifth though. Boston are indeed winning. So, but I don't think there's any danger of the beating our goal difference now. So, yeah. Effort save by Maxted. There's going to be a change after this highlight. Josh Murray is going to come on for Liam Grimshaw. Let's get him rested. Sadly, I can't really rest Mark Kerr unless I put like someone out of position. Completely, I mean. Although Hesenthaler can play on the right or left, but is like literally unconvincing. Now it's Kerr to Saunders. Inside ball to Eaton Collins. He's had a decent season. Bait though. Geraldo, and that's 7-2, and this is crazy paving. Not entirely sure what's going on. Oh, he's offside. Let's stop celebrating, GW, you schmuck. And this has been like about half an hour, 35 minutes this video, but it's got to be worth it for the goals. You've got to give us a like for the goals. Six goals. Maybe 7, who knows? We've got another 9 minutes. I mean, look at this. With the only latest score on here, apart from the one that matters otherwise. This is the Grimsby game. Who knows what's going to happen here? Ball's crossed in. It's cleared away. Brown will chase, but Murray's got the legs on him. 5 minutes to go. This game is pretty much over anyway, but it's, again though, great save by the way. But they've equalled us for chances here. But we've been more clinical. Max has not really had a meaningful save to make, but they've scored 2 goals. And, you know, he's got a 7.3 rating here, which is very strange. But yeah, this game is going to be over. Looks like Grimsby are going to win 1-0, and this is a last-minute winner. 6-2 is fantastic. That is an amazing result. And I'm going to tell them so. Morale is very high going into the playoffs, which, to be honest with you, the semi-finals is probably going to be the next video. Both of them, both games. Obviously I won't have to talk much about the previous game, so I should be able to get straight into them. But yeah, we've done really well there. We demolished Sutton United. That shows how more effective this tactic is than the other one. The other one is very solid, keeps a lot of the ball, but you don't really do much with it. But yeah, Crawley won the league, of course. Eastbourne Borough have gone down. We've secured the final playoff spot, and yeah, the supporters seem to respond well to attacking intent. I hope so. Striker balance, yeah. Take the game. Yeah, that's exactly the same question, and you're going to get the same response. What the hell's that all about? Impressive run over Sutton United. I don't understand that. Because, yes, we drew and then won, but we lost the last time against them, so I don't understand it. And beaten against them. I only want to do this because I shouldn't have gone on to this, by the way, but yeah. What record might be at stake? Ryan Loft, yeah. Yeah, I'd say that. I don't want to sign him as such. Absolute superb, yeah. Come on. Fans love him. I can't see why he'd want to leave. Chat Senior, yeah, just say yes. Okay, Gerald Marder, yeah, simply faultless. Thank you. Right, so Joe Cole has been promoted as the manager. He went from Gateshead to Crawley, and I think I remember slating him saying, why would you go to a team who's 9th in the league or something when you're top? And he's shown exactly why, because he's gone to Crawley and ended up winning the league. Saunders got the man of the match, and that's the end of this, well, basically video here. So yeah, like I said, the next game is going to be the playoffs. We don't know who well, we do know it's going to be Dover. I'm right in saying that. Yeah, Dover. Dover finished second in the end. So we're going to be playing Dover 2 games next time. Hopefully you're going to join us for that. But hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and you've got to show us a like. Give us a like for that 6-goal, 6-2 win against 7th place Sutton United, who could theoretically have beaten us. If they beat us like 6 or 7-0, I think they might have been able to sneak in ahead of us. But no, not today. So hopefully you're going to join us for the next one. Until then, we will see you then. Bye bye.